Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Jamila, the owner of Melssleepwear. If you're returning, thank you as always. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. So as you can see by the title, I'm gonna be telling you guys the best lessons I've learned while being an entrepreneur. So a little backstory: I've been an entrepreneur since 2019 and I became a full-time entrepreneur 2021. So it's been a long journey. This year in November makes 3 years I'm gonna be an entrepreneur. It's been a wild ride, but I enjoy every moment of it. So I got my notebook as always, where all my notes is at. Let's get into it. So the first thing on my list is every day is not going to be a good sales day. And what I mean by that is sometimes you may go days without sales, weeks without sales. Some people even go months without sales. Like when you first start out, every day you're not gonna get sales. Like I used to think like, oh, I'm gonna post this on Instagram and then a sale gonna come in. No, like I don't know what I was thinking back then, but like anything can happen. Like business fluctuates a lot. So you have your slow months, you have your busy months. So it's like you just gotta appreciate it all. Being in business, you really cannot be discouraged. Like if you don't get sales for a couple of days, you can't be like, I give up, I don't want to do this no more. Like no, you just gotta promote harder, you just gotta push harder, and you have to keep going, because you might choose to give up one day and the next day you're gonna become a millionaire. Like you never know. Just keep in mind that every day is not gonna be a good day. The next thing is expect failure. I remember when it was like I probably was like 6 months into business. I spent mad money on inventory. I was like, yo, the more inventory I have, the more sales I'm gonna get. Wrong. If you can't sell what you have on hand now, you're not going to be able to sell what you're going to buy more of. It doesn't make any sense. Now when I think about it, I'm like, that was a dumb move. Like I could have saved that money and invested it somewhere else, into ads or promos, so that the products that I do have can be pushed out, rather than spending all that money on just brand new inventory and then I end up stuck with it. You know what I'm saying? Like everything is not going to go the way you want it to go. There's always paths, obstacles, mountains, everything that you got to climb to get to the top. It's not going to be a straight line. Don't think that you're going to launch a business and then tomorrow you're going to blow up on TikTok. I mean, it does happen, but the percentage is very, very low. You have to put that grind in to get where you want to go. So expect failure. Things happen. Just because you post on Instagram and you get 1 like, or you post on TikTok and it's not hitting the For You page, it happens. Like I said, just show up every day in your business. Make sure that you see that failure and it's like, nah, this is a little minor setback for a major comeback. And I'm telling you, that day gonna come, you're gonna be like, I'm so happy I never gave up, because that's how I feel now. And like, not for nothing, right now I still have my slow days, but I ain't giving up. We pushing every day, because like I said, business fluctuates. It happens to the best of us, and this is why it's very important to have multiple streams of income, because you don't want to just depend on one source of income and then that income is not making any money and then it's like, yeah, I'm not making no money. Another thing is learning never stops. Knowledge is power. Like for example, I'm going into graphic designing now, and I know a lot about graphic designing because I used to make my own flyers. I just love playing around with the computer with graphics, and I did not know how to work Photoshop. And I pay for courses. I am still learning. Always educate yourself. Pay for courses, ebooks. Somebody always knows something that we don't know. So if you could learn from them, get the knowledge from them, might as well. A good place to get good information and good tips is Facebook group. When they be dropping them gems, I'm like, yo, I never knew this. And it's like, I can incorporate it in my business. And another tip, since I'm talking about learning, if you're gonna buy an ebook and you're gonna buy courses, make sure you actually use that knowledge, because a lot of people are like, oh, I bought this ebook and it didn't work. Yeah, because you read it and think that everything is supposed to change in a snap of a finger. No, you gotta use that knowledge and incorporate it into your business to make sure your business gets to that next level. You cannot just read the ebook and think that, oh yeah, I know this now and that's it. No, you gotta put in that grind. You gotta put in that work. Another thing I would say is follow your passion. Like when I first started, I wanted to do so much things. Let me give you guys an example. When I first started, I was like, all right, I'm gonna sell sleepwear. I always know I wanted to sell sleepwear, bonnets, scrunchies, and all of that. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try lingerie. When I tell you that was an epic fail. I did a whole photo shoot, paid for a whole photo shoot, got a hotel. Like I was like, oh, this is about to be it. I just did it because I said sleepwear, and I'm like, all right, let me just sell lingerie. But that wasn't my passion. Like I didn't know how to promote it. I didn't know how to move with lingerie, and I'm like, never again. Like never again. And I know that business is a trend right now, so a lot of people are like, oh, I see this girl doing this, I want to do this. Follow your passion, because you're gonna end up picking up something that you don't have a passion for, and you're gonna give up so easily. So imagine I had started a whole lingerie business. Like it would have failed because that wasn't my passion. That's not what I wanted to do. So always follow your passion, go with your gut. Don't just do a business because you see everybody else doing it. At the end of the day, do something that makes you happy. Like you don't want something you feel dread, overwhelmed. Not for nothing, making bonnets is a lot of work. Like a lot of work, and I have to make a lot in a bulk simply because they sell out fast. So it's like I gotta make a lot. But sewing is actually therapy for me. So So it's like when I sit down, so I watch my movies or I listen to music, I get a whole bunch of work done. And it's like, it doesn't even feel like work to me because I really enjoy what I do. So you want to make sure that it's something that you enjoy. The same thing with graphic design. I really enjoy doing that. When I'm in my creative space and I can sit down and just create a whole bunch of things from the scratch in my head, I'm like, wow, I really did this. So always follow your passion. It will take you far. Okay, another thing, not all money is good money. Remember that. You calling me out my name? Refund. I don't need your money, sis. These customers are really trying to give you a hard time. I probably dealt with like 4 customers and I'm like, they gotta go. They got to go. But everybody else, I love all my customers. Like, they don't give me no issues. If there is an issue that come up, they're super understanding. My customers are the best. Yeah, I remember when I had a customer, she was like calling me out my name and I'm like, I think she spent like $80 something. And everybody that shopped on my site before know that my processing time is long because I actually make my bonnets by hand. Like, everybody knows that my processing time is long. At the time, I think my processing time was 7 to 10 business days, and she wrote me on like the 3rd business day or the 4th business day and was like, why you didn't ship out my order? So I said, hey, thank you for shopping with us. Put our whole policy in, like our shipping policy, processing time and all of that. She was super understanding. She was like, okay, no problem. Next day wrote me, where's my order? Send it again. She kept writing me, I'm gonna refund you because this is not what we about to do. I already told you what the processing time is and now you're being on my neck. I don't like that. Like, but yeah, all money ain't good money, period. Refund them. We ain't going through misery because people want to be miserable with their life. We're not doing that. Next, don't be afraid to take risks. I've learned that. I'm not gonna lie, with my business, I'm a big risk taker. I'm like, oh, if I spend this, I'm gonna make it back. Or if I drop this, I know it's gonna sell out. But in certain times, I'm like, I don't know. Like, but don't be afraid to take risks because that one risk could change your whole life forever. We taking risks all 2022. That's just what we doing. Like, and those risks gonna put us in a better position. So it don't matter. Just get up and do the damn thing. You want to do something, if it's on your mind, you scared, you don't know when to start, just do it. I'm really scared about starting my graphic business, and I launch April 1st. What's today? Today is March 24th. I'm really scared, but I'm gonna do it. Like, my website is almost done. We just gonna do it. That is what it is. Starting anything new is scary. Everybody knows that. It's always gonna be that moment where you're like, I'm so glad I did this. I'm so glad I just took that risk. I'm so glad I took the leap of faith. Like, when I quit my job, scariest moment ever. I'm like, yo, this is my income. What am I doing? And I'm like, I want to grow my business. I want to be more consistent on YouTube. Like, there's so much I want to do, and it's like this job is stopping me from doing it. And I really wanted to go part-time, but I worked in a hospital at the time and it wasn't giving anybody no part-time, and I was like, I'm out. I was already stressed because of COVID. I was like, I'm out. This month make a year. I'm not gonna say it been easy. Like, just make sure you have money saved up just in case anything happens. Like I said from the beginning of videos, you have your slow months, your slow days, slow weeks. You want to make sure you have something to fall back on, and also make sure you have multiple streams of income. But yeah, I think that was one of the scariest risks I ever took, and I'm so happy I took it because my business became more successful. I've been really consistent with YouTube, promoting. I used to work 8 to 4:30, and I used to come home by 5 o'clock because I live really close to the hospital I worked at, and I would just come home and get straight to work, and I didn't go to bed till like 2 o'clock in the morning to wake up again to do the same thing. It's like I had no time, like no time. And the last thing I'm gonna say is work is work. One of the biggest lessons I learned was just because you have a business doesn't mean you have free time. Like, you gotta make sure you put that time in for your business. Some weeks I work 7 days out of the week, every single day, especially if I'm trying to hit a deadline for something. Like, work is work at the end of the day. Yes, you're your own boss, but you still have to show up for your business every single day and put that grind in. Like, they're not giving a job and it's like, all right, 5 o'clock come, I'm clocking out, and that's it. I don't gotta worry about this till tomorrow. No. Sometimes I be waking up like 8 o'clock in the morning. I start working from 9 and I don't finish working until like 2 a.m. Like, it happens. I'd rather work for myself 24 hours a day than work for anybody for 8 hours. I'm very, very sorry. That's just how I feel. I'm doing what I love. Nobody's on your back telling you what to do, so you gotta have that discipline for yourself. When I first quit my job, I lacked that discipline a lot. I was like, oh, I quit my job, we outside, like, period. And I'm like, I'm bugging. I quit my job to have more time for my business. What am I doing? So now I just make a schedule for myself for the week, and then I give myself weekends off, and I need that time to rest my mind, because if not, I'm gonna get overwhelmed, and I don't want that for me. I hope this video was helpful. These are just lessons I learned, and I hope you guys can take something from this video. I'm gonna end the video here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.